Hey everybody, welcome. Thanks Tony for the intro. I'm Dwayne,
And I'm David.
and we're just two best friends talking about the show we love, Survivor. Tonight is our listener feedback show for episodes 11 and 12 of Survivor San Juan del Sur. Kind of like cream cheese and still holding on. So this should be a fun episode
hmm
because I'm very tired. And no, it'll be fun anyway. Now, David, I'm looking in your background.
hmm
And, Faith on our Facebook group made a comment about you not hanging up your Seahawks flag. And so you decide to hang it up behind you so no one can see it.
Well, it was a last minute thing because I'd forgotten about it. No, you can see it. I'll move. You can see it's right there.
Okay.
Well, if I hang it up, it covers everything. So I got to figure out.
Well, that is true.
I got to
That
figure.
is
It's such a
true.
big flag. I got to figure. But
And
since
you
they,
have all your Game of Thrones little toys up there. So,
yes, I'll be adding to that this week. I got another one over there.
yeah,
I got the Santa Clauses up from North Carolina, so we're good
that's
to go.
right. By the way, no one's watching us live right now because we are deciding to start early. So there
Yes.
is no one watching us live yet. I'm sure people will join, but if you ever want to watch our show live, just go to stwdd.com/live, and that's where we do it. 18 shopping days left till Christmas as of today, the
hmm
day we record. So thank you for using Amazon to do your Amazon shopping, your Christmas shopping, and thank you for using our link to get there. Many of you are doing so, and it is nice. So thank you very much. That is one way to support the show you love to listen to. For other ways, you can go to stwdd.com/support, and you can do PayPal or Patreon. But the best way, Amazon. Absolutely. All right, so tonight we're going to do our listener feedback. We have three, although one decided it was his show tonight, and he has a 10-minute feedback, David.
I never got to listen to it, but I saw the timestamp on it.
Dude, we are
I can
pushing play. I'm going to go get something to eat. I'm going to come back, and I don't even know what he says, but so I hope he doesn't cuss or anything. But I'll come back and we'll go, okay, thanks, and move on.
Okay.
10 minutes, 9 minutes.
Yeah.
Although it was for 2 episodes, so maybe he thinks.
He also might think that we're just not doing his feedback justice. So I guess we gotta do better.
No. Well, okay. First of all, this is Will Dennison that we're talking about, and he was just lazy and forgot to write it, and so he does it while he's in the car. And
Oh,
so
it's
the
recorded
guy,
in the car?
yeah, that's what the very beginning of it says. I am recording in the car.
Okay.
So, by the way, David, it's been 2 weeks since anybody has hired me on Fiverr.com to do any voiceover work. I'm getting a little discouraged. I
Okay.
want some voiceover work.
Maybe I'll
So,
call you tomorrow and see what you
David,
need.
you need to hire me. $5, man. That's all it costs. $5, and I'll put I'll do a great message for your wife or something.
Ah,
All right, Survivor Challenge points. Boy, I have a feeling I might be in good shape this week, but I don't know.
the
There's
season
only two
can't end
episodes.
fast enough.
Yeah,
I
there's
can't
only
get her.
yeah. I don't think I can catch up. There's only 2 episodes left, right?
I think you can because this week, I mean, out of what, there's 6 left. You've got 4, and I have 2.
Yeah, but your two are the center of attention.
Well, Keith wasn't this week. 2 episodes and he wasn't, but Natalie
Oh,
certainly was. But
yeah.
I think one of them's going to leave this week, and only one's going to make it to the final episode.
Well, all right. So we're gonna do that, and then of course Miko's challenge. Miko got a little persnickety with us in our email. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't feel that.
You didn't read his email explaining to us how to do the points, and then he said, "I wouldn't think this would need to be explained, but listening, apparently it does." Hello, Miko. Chill out, man. We know how to do it. We just had one little mistake. Man, you didn't catch that?
No,
I
I didn't.
messaged.
I'll be honest. I printed it out. I delete a lot of the space so I can get it all on one page,
Yeah,
and I didn't. I didn't read all of it.
you got to go back and read the beginning. It's so condescending. It's hilarious. No, it's not really. It's not really condescending, but
Yeah.
it's funny. I mean, it's funny. All right, so you and I each get a Miko's challenge today. All right, well let's get to feedback. So David's going to start. He's reading David from Lewiston, Pennsylvania. So go for it, David. This is David.
All right. Thank you, Dwayne. I have a question. In this week's 2 episodes, Natalie made it clear that she wants revenge on John for voting her sister out. If Natalie wanted John out so bad, why did she tell John to play his idol in last week's tribal? As you guys discussed, this guy had no clue to play the idol even after Keith told everyone to stick to the plan. Did I print out the right? Because I thought I didn't catch it the first time. I caught it in a later paragraph. He didn't vote out her sister. She wants him out for voting out Jeremy, which was
Right.
her adopted loved one.
Right.
So the question is,
I thought you were going to say adopted lover. I was like, what?
so
I don't know why I thought that. But that's, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I've been
the question
very
is,
busy.
if Natalie wanted John out so bad, why did she tell John to play his idol in last week's tribal? My first answer is that's a question for Natalie because I'm not Natalie, so I don't know why she didn't do that.
Yeah, I don't
Now,
know.
but if I was Natalie, because I didn't want to not answer his question, if I was Natalie, the only thing I could think of is one, I wanted him to get rid of his idol so that he'd be less of a threat down the road. Two, I don't want to give power to those 4 and keep them in the game, and me be one of 4 from the other side that just blindsided somebody in the 4. So the numbers, I think when you want to go after a big target, you still want to have numbers. And if John had gone, it'd be 4 against 4 after that. And it would be even, and they'd be playing both sides. It would be harder to still be in a dominant alliance. Maybe she wasn't thinking fast. Maybe she didn't realize it until afterwards, because I went back and tried to look at but secret scenes, and to see if she said anything about it, and I didn't find anything. So if somebody's found something about that, put it on our Facebook page. See if she explains, I should have let them get John at that time.
Yeah.
But I think making him play his idol was just as good, even though she seemed pretty honest in saying, hey, you need to play that idol because they're coming after you.
Okay. Can you go back to your first reason again? I didn't understand that at all.
That she wanted him to get rid of the idol?
Yeah, you said the reason why she didn't let him get voted off was because she wanted him to get rid of the idol so he wouldn't have it later.
Well, I don't think this was the best time numerically to vote it to get rid of him, because she
No,
wouldn't
no.
have been in the dominant numbers. So for her to get rid of him later, he'd need to get rid of his idol. So she wanted him to play the idol so he wouldn't have it later.
Oh.
Sorry, I probably didn't. Either
Well,
you're still tired or I didn't explain that
well,
very
no.
well.
What I got out of it was if she had gotten him out, he'd still have his idol, which of course doesn't make any sense. So
Right.
I was confused. Reason number 3, if I could get into your head. Reason number 3 is because she ain't the one that orchestrated it.
It wasn't her big move.
Yeah, it wasn't her big move, but I like your reason number 2 a lot.
But she also might have done it too because Jacqueline was sitting there bugging him to play his idol, and he might have played it. So apparently, maybe she heard that and finally said, "Look, play your idol. Let's just be done with this."
That wasn't Jacqueline. That was all John. That was John's idea, David. He was going to play that idol all along. I don't know where you get this. It was Jacqueline and Natalie's idea.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What I did was saying some of those deleted, I keep calling them deleted scenes, those extra scenes on CBS.com. I don't think John considers Jacqueline another player in the game. He just considers her his advisor. He
Yeah.
doesn't seem like she's another castaway. She's just there to support him.
I don't even know.
He's having an extended loved one visit, is what it is.
Advisor may be a little too kind.
Yeah.
He's just her eye candy and kiss pillow.
Yeah, because now Alec's gone, the distraction's gone, so I don't think she's going to distract Keith for any strategic reason. So, all right, getting back to David's.
Oh yes, second paragraph. Here we go.
2 hours of average survivor. Nothing real exciting except for the second immunity challenge. I was twisting in my seat for Keith, and doggone it, he just missed it. Did you like that puzzle rope challenge thing?
Well, I like that Keith almost won it.
I like the challenge. I thought it was pretty neat. I thought it was pretty fair.
Well, which one was it? It was. Oh, I did like that challenge.
Yeah,
Yes.
the teeter-totter thing with the mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that one.
Although I would have liked it better if they made him start over instead of just having to go back.
I
You know,
don't think Probst wanted to be around him that long.
that would have been better though. Can you imagine how frustrated you would be? Well, didn't they do that last season or a season or two ago
They
where?
did, they did it the first Blood versus Water because Tyson won it.
Yeah. Okay. All
So
right.
let's see. What a bad time for John to get good in a challenge.
Yeah, really.
I'm not really sure why I root against John, but I do. I want to
I
see an
know.
old.
I know
Why?
why you both. Same reason why we all do. Because he looks like a little kid who's just realizing that he's in a game half the time.
Uh, I want to.
Anyway, go
I
ahead.
want. He continues. I want to see an old fart guy win it, and John is just too smug at times. Season 31, Survivor Elders. I would love it. All players 47 to 60. I would love that. I would
Okay.
too because I would be a kid in that season.
I don't. Okay, I'm sorry. CBS is not going to do 47 to 60 unless they find 40. And I'm being serious. Unless they find 47-year-old women who look really good in bikinis, because CBS has got to have their bikini girls.
The only
And
time.
then, and go ahead, David.
Well, the only
The only
time
time what?
you'd see 47 to 60 is in a tribe, and they'd be the first tribe voted out as the
Yeah.
young people take over.
And they'd be called the Medevac tribe.
The Medicare Medivacs.
Yeah. The Medevac tribe. Your challenge, should you choose to accept it, is to last 10 days. If you last 10 days,
For
then
some, I'm
you
going to be
will.
lasting to the first challenge.
Yes. Okay, we're being really horrible. I
Yes.
mean,
Sorry.
we're all. I mean, you are 47, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's
We're
funny.
also both tired, so we're being silly. But anyway,
All right, go
move
ahead.
on. The
Next paragraph.
next paragraph. The first reward challenge was a stinker. I like the first immunity challenge, bouncing the balls on the paddle. Another strong competition out
Uh,
by Keith. Out of
mhm.
Keith. Good job, Keith. The second reward challenge was good. My feet hurt for those guys. Which one was that? The second reward challenge was
Yeah, it's when they were standing on that piece of board and they had to balance
gotcha.
the ball between the stuff.
Okay. My feet hurt for those guys. In the bed, when John was talking about his dad's brain cancer, I didn't like that. I don't want to be pitying these people, and thanks to Johnny Fairplay, I don't know if I believe that anymore. Was he trying to make Natalie sympathize for him and forgive him for voting her sister out? See, I think he's confusing that with Jeremy. That's what she's so vengeful
Right.
about. It might very well be true. I just don't want to hear it. Enjoy your wine, John. In tribal council, I said to my wife, don't worry, Keith's gone. The producers just had Natalie say that talk to the camera about voting off Alec. I said they always edit it to make you think that someone is changing their vote to save someone right before tribal council, but it is almost always a ruse. I was happy when the last name to be turned over was Alex.
Yeah. Who'd have
So,
ever thought I'd be rooting for Keith?
yeah, so was Keith. He was happy too.
Yeah.
Now, what is Keith's path to the final three? I don't see it. There are too many against him, and I doubt any more idols to be found. I doubt there'll be any more idols to be found, unless the producers show John where to find another one. Oh, that would upset me more than them showing him exactly where this last one was. How does Keith get to the final three? All right, let me read his thoughts first. He may now have Natalie, but that's two, and there are two couples that will stick together. I see it as 2 against 4 now. I really don't foresee Natalie and Keith convincing Missy and Baylor to blindside John or Jacqueline, and with that idol, it probably isn't possible. Even if she could convince them to vote out Jacqueline, I can see it now at Tribal. Keith stating something like, come on, guys, make sure we vote out Jacqueline like we planned. There's nothing they can do about it. Then John gives Jacqueline his idol. Now, if Keith was smart, he could say something accidentally like at that council, John knowing that Keith has made that mistake in the past, would play his idol for Jacqueline to save her, and all the votes would come to John. Wow, that would almost make for the best council ever. But with this crew and gang, that is not even a remote possibility. Perhaps another possibility is that all the talk will be about voting out Keith, and Natalie uses 2 things. One, her idol to save Keith, and then those 2 take out Jacqueline or John. The second item will be Natalie's newly requested luxury item, super glue, to use on Keith's lips that final day. How do you think Keith gets to the final? Do you think Keith gets to? I do, but do you
Yeah, I
think he
think
gets
Keith
there?
gets to the final. Let me think. You got John and Jacqueline, Baylor, Missy, Keith, and Natalie, right?
Hmm.
And dude, I'm not very good at this. I'm tired.
What happens to my camera?
I don't know what happened to your camera.
Well, here's what
All
I
right.
think. Or do you want me to
I
start?
don't. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I think the best thing for Keith was what Natalie just did at Tribal Council. She showed herself moving on her own, not being with the group, so to speak, because they were completely shocked. It wasn't just a I messed up. It's going to be like Steve Helling said, her damage control. But Keith's just going to sit back and say, hey, if you want me to help you vote out somebody, all he's got to do is go to John and Jacqueline and say, hey, who went on that last reward? Or who went on the reward before last? Those three are the final three. You guys need to break them up. So this is where Keith can show he's actually been paying attention and learning.
Yeah.
He's going to have to do a little work, but it's going to have to happen.
Well, do you think that the couples will go for each other, or that Natalie will get them to go after each other?
I think Natalie will try to play them against each other when actually trying to say that we're going to say we're going after Keith, but I think we should go ahead and blindside Jacqueline.
Right.
Or we're going to say we're going after Keith, but I think it's time we blindside Missy or Baylor. And if any of those couples talk to each other, like mom and son, John and Missy, they could find out that Natalie's playing both sides, and it's time for Natalie to go. So I mean that would work out for Keith.
Right.
So,
by the way, this is our. I know you got one more paragraph to read.
Oh,
but
go ahead.
It's like right at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock when we normally start, and so we have people joining us in the chat room going, why are they already starting? Sorry, I had a long day. I was tired, and I said, David, can we start early? And he said yes. So the only thing you missed was the feedback we just read, which you can listen to it, and of course shop on Amazon. All right, David, go ahead.
He concludes, I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
Thanks to season 29, if Survivor were to get canceled, heaven forbid, would you still podcast for us? Pick a new series. I look forward to hearing you guys each week. The quality of your podcast keeps getting better and better. Which means we're not there yet, and I agree. We are getting better.
Hey, there's always room for improvement.
Yes.
First of all, season 30 will redeem Survivor, and I believe they're already booked through 32, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So we have at least another year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, we have some ideas in the hopper. I would like to keep podcasting. I don't know if David would, but I would. Do you want to, David?
I'd like to. It'll depend on the show, obviously. What we decide to podcast about. Because if we do it randomly, it's not as committed. Yeah.
I think it would be pretty cool if we could do like, reviews of DVDs. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So like we call the studio and go, hey, we're a podcast. Would you like to send us your DVDs so we can review them? And they send us them, or we just go out and buy them,
which might be the case. Because when they send back the email and say, "Who are you?"
Yeah, thanks to your Amazon shopping, we could go out and buy them. I guess each show, our DVD library would get large, but I think I'd be kind of interested in doing a movie podcast. But I just got to be, I got to be careful with that. So
we would have to. It'd be hard though, because picking a new show to podcast about, you really got to. Hopefully that you hit a home run with the show.
Yeah.
Like Lost. If you picked Lost season 1, you were in the game.
That's right.
If you picked The Dome, we wouldn't be podcasting anymore about The Dome.
Or Utopia.
Uwadia?
Yeah, which I just found out isn't even on the air anymore. I mean,
wow.
Wow. Hello. That was supposed to be like a year-long show.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yes, we do want to keep podcasting.
If that's okay with y'all.
Yeah. So. If it's okay with y'all. We'll have to figure out something. We'll have to be scanning the shows and figuring out what's coming up, and I don't know. Anyway, all right. Our next feedback, ladies and gentlemen, get the popcorn, get the Diet Coke or the water or whatever it is you like to drink while you sit back and watch. If you're just getting in your car, I hope you have a long way to go, because it's Will Dennison, and this is a 9-minute feedback. Now, see, some of you have already thought, oh my gosh, where's my 30-second button? I'm hitting it 18 times. Give it a chance. Will's a fun guy to listen to. But my goodness, 9 minutes, this is the longest feedback we've ever had, I do believe. Although some of our written ones, we make 10 or 12 minutes because we talk about them so much.
Yeah, like David's 2 minutes and 10 seconds turned out to be about 8 minutes.
Yeah. And I just saw David Jones, my co-host, get out a pen, which makes me think he's going to take notes during this, which I am not. So I literally am going to get up and go get me some water or something, but I will be back. All
Okay.
right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Will Dennison, aka the Giant Ninja.
What's up, guys? It's Will from Wonder Lake again, aka the Giant Ninja. So I'm driving in my car right now, and I realized that I haven't written a feedback yet this week. And I don't really have time to do it when I get where I'm going. So I just guess I'm going to just do it on the fly without really thinking about it, without writing it down ahead of time. And I'll record it for you instead of writing it in. So you don't have to listen to Dwayne say what they think I'm trying to get across. So first things first, the Bears lost on Thursday. Again, they're really, 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 really bad. But on the other hand, have won 6 in a row and are retaking first place. So there's that. Back to Survivor. We had 1 episode this week, not 2. There was 1 episode. We only got the title sequence once. We only got previously on once. We only got next time on once. There was 1 episode. It just happened to be 2 hours long. My feedback for the episode, oh boy. Somebody went from the penthouse to the outhouse. Number 1, Dear Natalie. Or Nadia, I'm not sure. Natalie, what are you doing? What are you doing? You had the game in your hand. You had 2 people who nobody wanted around, 2 people who wanted to take you to the final 3, and another 2 people who wanted to take you to the final 3. Now, I am not the math genius that Reed is, but if 4 out of the final 5 want to take you to the end, isn't that a good thing? Isn't that maybe a time not to rock the boat, unless maybe rocking the boat works out to your huge benefit? In this case, it doesn't. All you did by getting rid of Alec as opposed to Keith was mess up other people's games. All you did was make them not trust you. You didn't gain anything. You didn't put yourself in a better position. There is no upside to your play, at least not from what I can see. You were playing brilliantly for the entire 2 hours, and I was about to say that I was wrong. But I wasn't. I'm never wrong. I should never doubt myself. John's going to win the game because you should not have flipped your vote. I think you might be next out if you don't play your idol. Dear Keith, congratulations. You just made the final 3. Not by anything you did, and not by saying, stick to the plan. Nope. By Natalie voting out Alec. Now, Natalie's not trusted. John and Jacqueline are going to want to vote her out. Missy and Baylor might even want to vote her out. And now you're going to be left with 2 couples who don't want each other there, and they're going to take you along as a third wheel. Somehow, miraculously, the guy on this season who knows the least about the game is going to make the final 3. And you know what? He might just win the thing based on how much the other people left are disliked. How would that be for a season? The guy who has no idea what he's doing is dragged to the end and wins because everybody else is so unlikable. Dear Jacqueline, wow, you were really, really terrible this episode. I mean, really terrible. It was rough watching you 3 shows ago saying, oh, shouldn't they be courting me? Shouldn't they be courting me? Flaunting the fact that your vote is up for grabs, that you are not loyal, that you will go to whichever side offers you the most at any point. And to be clear, that's how everybody in Survivor should be, but you don't flaunt that fact. You don't brag that fact. But here we are again. Everybody needs to cater to Jacqueline, even John, who needed to listen to your strategy and apparently walk away and not talk to you when you wanted to give him the silent treatment. That whole thing was just ridiculous. The fact that you not talking to John for 5 hours changed the course of this game is what I was afraid of with Blood vs. Water. I think we didn't see anything like this the first time because we had half returning players and mostly returning players after the merge. Now that we have all new players, people are taking their relationships more seriously than they're taking the game. They're not playing the game, they're playing each other, and they're playing for points. Dear Baylor, you need to get on board with Missy and Keith, and you need to do it right away. The three of you and your mom, if you can help it, need to vote out John, vote out Jacqueline, and then vote out Missy. That's the only hope you have at this point. Well, actually, no. Your best bet is to stick with Missy and Keith. But I don't think you win that either. In any event, you need to be careful not to be the one on the outside. I don't think you can win at this point. I don't think there's any scenario, any collection of three people that results in you winning. But try and get as far as you can, because that's the name of the game. And I think after Natalie is voted out in the next tribal council, I think your ships come in. Dear Missy, yeah, you're going to. I hope it's not through a medevac. I hope that you are voted out of the game, as survivors should be. But I don't think you're going to make it to the end. You had a shot, and for a while, things looked pretty good for you. And like I told you a couple weeks ago, you, Baylor, and Natalie seem to be your best bet. It's not going to happen at this point. I do think you need to stick with your daughter and Keith or Natalie. You know, one of those two as your third, and the three of you need to try and take out John and Jacqueline. But you don't seem all that interested in doing it, to the point that your daughter and Natalie felt like they had to go behind your back to get rid of John. It's not the best strategy. Not the best strategy. Number one, dear John, I can't stand you. I really, really dislike watching my television and having you on it. I'm looking forward to next season when it's John free. I find so much about you, your personality, your game, very, very annoying. Now, admittedly, I don't know you in real life, and you may be a heck of a guy. You went to Michigan State, which I don't appreciate, go Northwestern, but I'm judging you as a survivor, not as a person. As a survivor, you are entitled. You come across as an entitled individual, an entitled player. You think you deserve not only to be where you are, but to keep going, to the point that other people need to respect the fact that you deserve to keep going. To talk about what you're going to do with the money after you win with other players is beyond ridiculous. You should never talk as though you're presuming you will win with players who are playing against you. That's not even trash talk. That's just stupid talk. Don't be that guy. Be humble, play hard, be strategic, do what you're doing, but do it with a better personality. Because you are in the best chance to win right now. But so much of what you're doing is rubbing people the wrong way. To the point that Natalie described her 2 hours on a bed sharing wine and pasta with you as a nightmare. Think about that. You talking about wine is her nightmare. That's how annoying you are to other players right now. And remember, you need their votes to win. Good luck with that. Well, that's all I have for now. I really don't know how long this went. I don't think it could have gone too long because I'm in the same city I was in when I started. But like I said, I didn't plan this out. I didn't write anything. I didn't even think about it much. I just hit record and started going. David, you guys are awesome. I love you. I love your show. I love the fact that you give us as fans a medium with which to share our thoughts with each other. You guys are the best. Talk to you later. Later, peeps. Will at the Giant Ninja.
Okay, am I the only one who died laughing when he said, "Number one, dear John," and then he carried on with his? I was laughing out loud over here. My little mute, my foot mute button.
Yeah.
Was great because I guarantee you I was laughing really loud.
But enough as it is. I don't know why we haven't heard that word. Maybe I'm not reading enough. But the entitled word is really true because he plays like he already knows the end of the game.
Right.
You know, just the way he talked to Reed, the way he talks to Jacqueline, the way he was talking to Natalie. It's like he knows the end. Who's not going to give me the money when I get to the end?
Yeah.
You know, and he says that to Jacqueline. Jacqueline says, "What? What about me at the end? Why wouldn't they give me the money?" And I could see him looking at her like, "Really?" But he hadn't said that yet. But
right.
But he's right. John has this air of entitlement that it's like it's his to win. Who's going to beat him at the end? Just like building his resume and stuff.
Yeah.
But he, how much of the did you? I won't say how much you missed at the beginning, but he,
Oh, no, no, I missed about 3 minutes of the beginning because I
wait,
went. By the way, can you hear my computer dinging again? It's not doing it right now,
no,
but you
I'll
can't.
say no, no, no.
Okay, good.
He agrees with us that Natalie messed up, really put a target on
Yes,
her back. You know,
yes, yes.
he thinks that John probably will win because of what Natalie did. But something else that another reason about I'm trying to remember, we weren't we. I think it was Alec that told either Steve Helling or somebody that Reed actually went to Natalie about the vote for John. And so she had an idea that that was coming. And when Keith said that, she knew what the plan was. So she was aware of that and could have gone along with it. And that was probably where her game got lost.
Yeah.
I don't see there's any way of her getting to the end. I agree with him that Baylor. Well, he thinks Baylor might go after Natalie, but I think she's going to the end as a Sherry Beethman. She's not going to get a vote. You know, she's going to be the third wheel, and it's going to be between the other two people.
Okay.
Let's see. And I also like this point of this is the problem of blood versus water with new players. When
Yeah.
two people get in a spat and they don't talk for 5 hours, that it really could affect the game, and that's almost ridiculous.
Right.
It's probably what CBS wanted, you know, with blood versus water. They want couples, they want, you know, father, sons, and daughters and mothers to go through these family things. That's what blood versus water is about. But for that to have an effect on the game because a boyfriend and girlfriend didn't speak for 5 hours, that is kind of I could see Reed getting pretty upset, but he's dealing with it.
Yeah. Well, he's dealing with it at Ponderosa.
Yeah, with Josh. So
Yeah. So I don't know how.
Got food in his buddy.
No. He's not happy.
No, he's not happy. But it is what it is.
I would be okay. Basically, the game stopped for 5 hours. Although, you know what they could have done? They could have all gotten together and said, you know what? Can we just play this game and get rid of them? Why don't we just fix all these alliances and start over? Because if they're going to do this for 5 hours and stop the game, why don't we do something about it?
And that's where I would blame new players for not thinking about that and just letting them be the power couple that they are. Right? They could have banded together and knocked those two out. You know, one of them first and then one the other. But even Alex says, you know, Reed had to go because he was the only smart person out here. Yeah. That's what he said in one of his extra scenes. You know, he had to go. So,
you know, it's crazy and ironic. It's like every single week, John and Jacqueline are in a swing vote position. And normally, when someone's in a swing vote position, it's good for that week, but then the next week you're at the bottom of an alliance. Somehow, they manage to be the swing vote every single week. This is just crazy.
It is. It's the pair thing, too, but it's two people. So it's almost always like they could, because they did flip back and forth for a while there. You know, they went after them, then went after Jeremy. But it didn't work so good when you're a single as a swing vote, because then you could be the target like Sarah.
Yeah.
So this is a blood versus water thing.
Yeah. All right. Do you have anything else to add to his feedback? 9 freaking minutes.
No, it was good.
I messaged him 9 freaking minutes, and he messaged back 9 awesome minutes. That's what he messaged back. Yes.
Good work.
All right, y'all. Our next feedback. I'm not really sure if it's a feedback or if it's just Lou decided to take some free writing and wrote down some things that have nothing to do with Survivor.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Now, sometimes we go through, we've talked about this before, and we will do a little editing. Where we
did you edit?
Well, I didn't because he talks about misspelling words on purpose.
Oh, I need to address that?
Well, I mean, you might see a few. I may have accidentally edited some, so that could be the problem.
Well, now, there's one spot in here where the wrong there is used. Was that you that did that, or did he do that?
I might have left it. I think when he talked about misspelling, I stopped, just to let you read what he actually wrote.
Okay.
So.
All right, well, then I will, at the risk of him not doing it intentionally, I will read this exactly as it is, with no editing, and I will tell you when spellings are done wrong. How's that? That might make it kind of fun.
Okay.
I mean, it's typical Lou.
Yes.
Only this time there's nothing about Survivor in it.
He mentions a few names. That's about it.
Lou from New York. Feedback titled, "Never underestimate the power of human stupidity," or No, I'm not joshing you. Not yet, anyway. Finally getting my feedback thoughts together for this season. Wow, it's taken a long time. Season is almost over. Did I miss something? I don't think I missed any of it. I saw every episode at least twice. But my thinking process is challenged, and so is my spelling. Maybe I'm deaf, getting old and goofy, or maybe I'm just goofy. D&D, what do you think? I think you're goofy. But you're really a great guy.
Yeah.
Enjoyed going to New York and meeting you and buying you pizza. It was awesome. And I actually like his feedbacks all the time. I'm sorry, his feedback all the time. He writes, I really don't know. Anyway, getting back to my feedback comments, I'd like to share this with everyone. Everyone lean in and listen closely and carefully. Get ready? Okay. Read. Yes. That's R-E-E-D, as in read. I said read. Etel, read on. Okay, I'll read on. All that was what he wrote, y'all. Here we go. Number 1. It's a widely known fact that responsible and generous people are generally aware of how they are. Malicious and nasty people understand what they are doing, and even the weakest victims have a feeling that something isn't quite right. But stupid people don't know they are stupid, and that is one more reason why they are extremely dangerous. Which, of course, leads me back to my original agonizing question. Am I stupid? Lou, I was hoping that you were going to say someone in the cast was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't.
No.
I have passed several IQ tests with good marks. Unfortunately, I know how these tests work, and they don't prove anything. Several people have told me I am intelligent, but that doesn't prove anything either. They may simply be too kind to tell me the truth. Conversely, they could be attempting to use my stupidity for their own advantage. Or they could just be as stupid as I am. I am left with one little glimpse of hope. Quite often, I am intensely aware of how stupid I am, or I have been. And this indicates that I am not completely stupid. No, I'm not joshing you. Not yet, anyway. Number 2. In each of us, there is a factor of stupidity, which is always larger than we suppose. This creates a 3-dimensional coordinate system, and I don't think I have to take you through the steps, because no stupid or timid person would have had the courage to read this far. Of course, in addition to our own and other people's stupidity, we can introduce other variables, such as our own behavior factors. And they are, okay, this is where do you think maybe he did that on purpose?
I'm not sure.
All right. I'm going to read it anyway. And there are many ways of combining with those of others. It may be wise to forget the quote-unquote intelligent factor, as there never is enough of that, but to consider fourth quadrant values, because even the most generous person can sometimes behave like a bandit, if only by mistake. These additional factors generate multidimensional models that can get fairly difficult to manage. But even if we consider only our individual stupidity values, the complexity can become quite staggering. Huh? What? I'm sorry. WTF, Lou? Question mark. That's what he wrote. If anyone can understand the above, you're smarter than me, or is it I? Or is it this season's cast, or CBS, or Jeffy P, or the medium of TV, etc., etc., etc.? So who's joshing you now, huh? Regards, Lou from New York. Note to D&D, please recap the above and comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Recap? Stupid. I'm just playing with you, man.
Well, first, every time he said joshing, he spelled it with a capital J, so he threw that in there.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But I think what he's saying is that Keith is going to accidentally win.
Wait, you think he's actually giving us a Survivor feedback in all of that?
I'm trying to find something in that to use for...
I honestly think Lou purposely sent a feedback that has nothing to do with Survivor just to see if we'd read it.
No, I think it does have to do with Survivor.
Okay.
It just never points at Survivor, but it has to do with Survivor.
You know what it is?
What
And he's so intelligent in his writing that it went over our heads.
He presumes that we will get it as easy as he does.
Yes. As easily as he does. That is correct. And we did not, which just shows how stupid we are. All right.
Yeah, I was stabbing in the dark there. Him saying Keith is just gonna win accidentally.
All right. Let's get a teaser for episode 13.
One episode? Just one? Is that all you want?
Yeah. I think there's just 2 more, right?
Yeah. Episode 13 and the finale 14.
Right.
Episode 13 is titled "Let's Make a Move." Hmm. A shocking tribal council leads to one of the biggest blindsides of the season. Whatever. Also, a sudden ankle injury could lead to a medevac just days before the game ends.
Okay, I think that means one of the individuals in the couples goes home. Because both couples feel very safe.
I still think it's Natalie. I think she's going to feel very safe. She's going to think she's done enough damage control, and
Yeah.
Keith is going to take her place as a swing vote that she should have had if she'd have voted off Keith.
Okay. So
I
I
think it's
think one of 4 people, and you think Natalie. All right.
Mhm.
Also, a sudden what?
Sudden ankle
Oh,
injury
yeah.
could lead to a
That's
medevac.
that's Missy. Although in the preview it looked like she banged her head on the thing, so I
Yeah, I
thought
thought
it
it
was
was
her
an upper body
face.
thing too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, man, hey, my ankle would have to be dangling off my leg for me to quit at day 36 or whatever.
Yep. 2
I'm
tree
sorry.
branches and some rope.
Yeah. Like, you know what? I'll hop everywhere.
That's right. I'm just
So,
not coming to the challenge. I'm just
yeah.
going to stay at camp.
Yeah. All right, let's how are we doing on the Survivor Challenge, by the way? Oh, on the one on our Facebook group, I'm in first place, by the way. I'm kicking butt in that one.
I noticed Andy's challenge.
And I really think next season I kind of like to just do it Andy's challenge way. Just do, get everybody involved like we did this time and with Andy's challenge because I'm tired of losing to you.
Well, I don't think that's going to be for long.
All right, well, we'll see. Let's do it by episode. So episode 11.
All right, I'll give the scores, but when I broke it down as a combination.
Oh, okay.
Episode 11, you won 88-24.
Oh, I gained 66 points. Wait, 62 points. 64 points. Yeah.
He's coming there. You'll get there, buddy. Okay. You really did. I'm telling you. And it was John got 25. Reed got 17. Jacqueline got 17. Jacqueline actually got double digits because of all those confessionals when she got left for the reward challenge, probably.
Yeah.
Missy pulled in 12. Alec pulled in actually 10. Natalie got 16. Keith got 8. Baylor got 7. So, yeah, that was pretty good for you. That was a lot of double-digit scores for you. You got 88 out of 24. All right, let me do the other week, and then I'll break them all down. For week 12, you got 64, and I got 35.
Oh, wow.
What's that, 29 points?
Dude, I have almost cut your lead in a third, I think.
It's under 200.
Oh, it's just under 200?
It's well under 200.
Oh, is it well under 200? What is the final score?
I'll tell you that after I do all the individual scores.
Oh, of course. Go ahead.
So the top point getter for week 12, who's probably going to be leaving in week 13, is Natalie. She had
I don't think
30 points. Ton of confessionals. Let's see. John had 25 points again. Alec had 15 on his way out. Baylor had 12. Jacqueline had 9. Keith only had 5. Missy had 3. So here's how the breakdown went.
Here's how the breakdown went. Yo, here's how the breakdown went.
I'm going to break it down for you. Everybody got 2 appearance points except for Reed. He was only in the first half. Confessionals, Natalie got 5 and 9. And this is how I did it on the Facebook, on the Survivor Talk with D&D fantasy page. I've already updated it. I broke it up. I broke the scores up into week 11 and week 12. And it's beside each one.
Oh, okay.
Natalie got a combined. You're the one that's saying all night. I'm breaking. A combined score of
David,
14. Yes.
At some point in everyone's life, changes start to happen, and your voice changes.
I'm surprised you didn't call me Peter Brady. But anyway. All right, Natalie had 14 total confessionals. Alec had 4. Reed only had 6. John had 14. Keith had 3. See, that's where I got hurt. Keith only had 13 points over the whole night.
Yeah, but Natalie had like 80,000.
Yeah, she did. Missy had 4. Jacqueline had 11. Baylor had 7. Let's see. To break down Natalie, she got chosen to go on reward. She had the idol for 2 episodes. She said blindside 3 times, and she won a reward challenge. Alec had both titles. He said both titles in one night. So you got double points for that. He also went to Exile Island, and he made the jury by being voted out. Reed said blindside once, and he makes the jury. So you got double jury points.
Good.
John went to Exile Island, had an idol for 2 episodes. first and second. He said blindside 3 times. He was chosen to go into reward, and he won an individual immunity challenge. Keith won an individual immunity challenge and did nothing else. Missy won the reward challenge. Jacqueline was chosen to go on a reward challenge, and Baylor was chosen to go on a reward challenge and said blindside once. So the totals for right now, David is up to 858. Dwayne is at 737.
I'm only 120 something behind you.
121 points. I'm telling you, you got 2 episodes, and you made up, what'd you say, 64.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, you get another one of those, and it's going to be pretty big. But if Natalie goes this week, this would be a big week for me, I think, if Natalie goes, because she'll get a lot of confessionals.
Yeah, but I don't think she's going home this week.
Okay. I hope not, but if she does.
Yeah. Hey, if you didn't catch our last episode, we had a good episode with Steve Helling from People Magazine. You need to go back and listen to that. It's really good.
Yep.
Go back and listen.
We always do.
All right, it's time for Miko's challenge, and we have 2 episodes, so 2 rounds. Although each challenge covers both episodes, isn't that correct?
I love that. He mixed all the quotes up into all the questions.
Yeah. So Miko, who has just really gone above and beyond this season, and has done the Miko challenge. We have annoyed him a few times, apparently, but that's okay.
I think, yeah.
Him and one other guy on Facebook, they tend to get in little arguments. So every once in a while, I gotta just, you know what? Bye to this thread. Quote number one, they're all lying.
That was John to Jacqueline when she was trying to tell him about the boys.
I wish I had gotten that one. I know that one. All right. Quote number 2, it's going to be rubbed right in our faces.
That was about the reward being at the beach. That was Missy.
Wish I had gotten that one.
I haven't even read yours yet.
Quote number 3, this has been an emotional roller coaster. Wish I had gotten this one.
I'm drawing a blank on that one. Is that Natalie?
No, that would be Alec. Back when
Alec?
he was when he was hitting on Baylor. I don't usually share my feelings.
Oh, that's nobody's talking to me.
And I didn't say this whenever we were talking with Steve, but Baylor's laying there, and you can see it on her face. She's like, "Oh, look, Alec's changing." I'm like, "No, haven't you learned from your mom? Do not believe this guy."
He's turning into a butterfly right in front of me.
Wow, 30 days of him being annoying, but look at him now.
I see the real Alec.
Yes, I can change him.
Wow, I would not have thought that came from Alec.
Quote number 4, they're a little bit lucky that they get they're a little bit lucky that they get to choose.
Is that Natalie? About John and Jacqueline.
That's Baylor about John and Jacqueline. At Tribal Council, remember? They're a little bit lucky they get to choose.
Obviously not, but okay.
Quote number 5, it was torture, basically.
Is that Natalie talking about the challenge with John, the reward?
You just figure you say Natalie enough and you're going to get one right?
Yeah. Will talked about it being a nightmare, her being on the reward with this. Did she say torture as well?
All right, so your answer is Natalie.
Sure.
Yes, that is correct.
Hey, I got one right.
It's
like multiple guess. Eventually, you keep circling A, you're going to get one right.
You had just referenced that. Yeah. Hey, if I keep playing those lost numbers in the lottery, which I don't play.
Which you never play.
Yeah. Then I will share that reward with 18,000 other people that do the same thing.
That's right.
Quote number 6, I feel like something weird is going on. I just feel like something weird is going on.
Oh, wow.
I just feel like something weird is going on.
I have no idea.
I just feel like something weird is going on.
Is that John?
Are you serious? You have no idea?
I don't see Keith or Missy saying that. I don't remember Jacqueline saying much of anything. I just guessed Natalie, although she would put Natalie back to back. I'm thinking John because he spoke so much.
So, what's your answer?
John.
Crud, yes.
Really?
And I hate that you didn't even know it. It annoys me that you don't know the answer, but you get it right.
The choices are getting fewer and far between. I mean, only so many. Say it. Go ahead.
It was after he got up. Remember, they've been sleeping all afternoon, and he wakes up, and everybody's looking at him like, we can't wait to get rid of you. He's like, oh, I think something weird's going on.
No, that's when the producer said, John, do you feel like something's weird's going on?
No, see, what happened was John was resting peacefully, and he kept being poked by a stick. And it was the producer going, get your butt up before you get voted out.
Did you notice anything going on?
I get a $50,000 bonus if I keep you in this game.
That's good.
Quote number 7.
I feel a stick in my side. Something weird's going on.
Something weird's going on. Why do you keep poking me? I'm trying to sleep.
Sorry.
Man, that could be huge.
I don't know.
I wish I could see your face. Man, that could be huge.
I don't know what's wrong with my camera.
Man, that could be huge. And no, it wasn't. It wasn't Baylor.
You
Baylor
know,
did not say that.
But I mean, that sounds like something. I'm gonna guess Keith because it sounds like something that makes no sense.
You're guessing Keith because it doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense.
Who would say, man, that could be huge? I mean, I guess it's a big move, but
Yes, it's Keith.
is. I'm using logic that has nothing to do with the strategy of the game.
I'm so irritated at you right now. Number 8. Tell me whose name to write down. I don't care.
That's Jacqueline. She said that to Baylor
Yes.
and probably Natalie after her little 5-hour diatribe.
Quote number 9. It seems like I found people who are trustworthy. Wish I had gotten this one.
That's John. He's the only
Yes.
person who talked about that.
Quote number 10. It's about making her happy right now.
That should be John, but it's not because he would never say that. Is that Alec talking about?
Go ahead. I just read question 1.
Is that Alec talking about Jacqueline?
No, it's Reed about Jacqueline.
I forgot he was on the show. I completely forgot about Reed.
Dude, wait till you hear question number 1. Are you ready for this?
Let's go. There's only 3 of those, right? Yeah. Yeah, just 3. No, 4.
Yes, there's 3. No, I don't know.
Okay.
Yes, 3. Oh man, this is just how how many hashtags were there across 2 episodes? You will never. I don't even notice them. I
do.
don't even notice them.
I remember the wink wink. I remember that was a hashtag.
Oh my gosh! If you get this right, I will personally drive to Virginia tonight and kick your butt.
Oh,
Of course, I won't be there till tomorrow.
I would say, I'll say 4. There's probably more.
Incorrect. The answer is just kidding, Miko.
Is that what the email was
Yes.
about?
It was like, if they get it wrong, don't tell them the answer. I know that. I made a mistake. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right. You did that last
Remember, I did that one time, and he has to write, well, apparently I do need to remind you all of that.
We're tired.
Hey, I don't mind giving him a hard time. I mean, if he's going to give me a hard time about that, I'm going to give him a hard time.
Okay.
Your choices are 6, 7, or 8. He didn't even give you like a 14. These are, I mean, like, which one is it?
Eat a meat, mighty mo, catch a number of most of it. $50 every day. Mama told me to pick the best one, and you are 8.
Incorrect. The answer is B7.
Wow.
They are
Okay.
Immunity Idol, Cream Cheese, Wink
Oh
Wink.
my gosh, cream cheese got a hashtag?
Yeah, that's pretty stupid. Silent Treatment, Survivor, Survivor Sisters, and tribal council. Do they really think people are going to start hashtagging Survivor Sisters during the show? Does that really happen?
I bet somebody did.
Oh, well. Well, it wasn't the Castaways. I sure hope season 30 doesn't have what's the word? You're not allowed to do Twitter,
Yeah,
whatever that
like a
word is.
blackout or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Question number 2.
Mm-hmm.
There were 5 people still in the episode 11 reward challenge when
Mm-hmm.
Probst ended it. Wow. Name the people who still had all 3 ropes left when he did so.
Let's see. Missy had a chop. John had a chop, and I don't think Jacqueline had one. Somebody hit? Um, does it say how many people are left? Just says name the people.
There were 5 people still in the episode 11 reward
Right.
challenge when Probst ended it. Name the people who still had all 3 ropes when he did so.
Let's see. 3, 4. I think there were no. Was there 3 chops? I'd say I don't think Jacqueline had a chop. I think Natalie did get a chop. Or was it Baylor? Shoot. Well, there's only Reed got 2. Alec got 2. Yeah, that's 5. So 2 people had to get chops.
Seriously,
Sorry.
aren't you?
Well, I'm only 4 points ahead when we started. I had 67. You had 63. I would say Jacqueline and I want to say Baylor. I think Natalie had a chop.
I'm so irritated at you right now. You
You
got
love
it
me.
right.
You
3
love me.
points.
You love
Jacqueline
me.
and Baylor. But what's funny is you take this so seriously that you actually went back through the challenge and figured it out.
But I didn't even finish watching the second time. I just didn't feel like watching the 2 hours again.
All right. Question number 3. Fill in the blanks in the following sentences, 1.5 points each.
Okay.
And there are no multiple choices, so you either get them right or you get them wrong.
Fill in the blanks.
Mm-hmm. A sideway tree marks.
Sideway tree marks. What doesn't mark the spot? The direction. Is there another? Read
You
the
don't get
rest.
any choices.
No,
A sideway tree marks. That's it.
oh, that's the
And
only
then-
blank I got to fill in.
Yeah, but there should, well, yes, it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. Finish the sentence. A sideway tree marks.
I mean, is that all of the clue I have to answer? Or is there more to it?
Well, then there's the second one, but it's a separate one. This one's worth 1.5 points.
Oh, you can't read them both?
Oh, I guess. It's a drier trek at least.
Oh gosh, I have no idea.
Okay, a sideway tree marks. You almost got it. Maybe you did. You need to give an answer.
The way?
This is an exciting podcast. And oh yeah, the way. Yeah, you got it right, jerk. 1.5 points. B. It's a drier trek at least.
Oh shoot.
I am upset with you.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, here it comes.
twice a day?
Yes, jerk.
I actually paused it to read it one time, but that makes sense.
Man. All right,
Should've
David, you
called
did
me on
very
direction.
well. You did very well. I should have given you 0 points when you gave up instead of helping you.
Yes, you should have.
All right, let's go on.
Miko
It's
will
my
help
turn.
you. Quote number 1.
Quote number 1.
No, that's not good for me at all.
That sounds like John.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
No, it's Missy at Tribal. Reacting to Reed's accusations.
Sounded like something John would say.
Quote number 2. John's in trouble here, looks like.
John's in trouble here, looks like.
So who is it not?
John.
Very good.
It's not Jacqueline.
No.
That sounds like something Alec would say.
You would be correct, sir. That's a point. Quote number 3. If I had a boyfriend out here, I wouldn't be acting like that.
Natalie.
There you go. See, you guessed Natalie a few times, you might get it right. So that's one. You can guess her again if you want.
Yeah, okay.
Number 4. Something's going on back there.
Stop poking me with a stick!
Something's going on back there.
My mind has gone in a completely different direction, which is going to keep me from getting this answer. Something is going on back there. Okay, who would have been? Something is going on back there. Oh, that was John.
No, it was Jacqueline to John about the weird vibe at camp.
Oh, crud.
Quote
Okay.
number 5. I don't think I'll ever forget the experience.
I don't think I'll ever forget the experience.
Yes.
Well, that's either Reed or Alec. Reed.
No, it was Natalie about that reward with John and
Oh.
Jacqueline. I think. Oh, no, it's episode 11. It was the one with Missy and Baylor.
Okay.
All right, quote number 6.
Boy, I'm rocking this, aren't I?
You're hitting them out of the park. Quote number 6. God, I just want him out.
Natalie. Talking about John.
No, it was Baylor talking to Natalie.
Mm-hmm. Okay, whatever.
He even says, I don't know why they would knowingly mix religion into this, but I just got the feeling that this combined with John saying, please be with me, God, at the immunity challenge wasn't a coincidence.
I didn't think they had anything to do with each other, but hey,
Yeah.
different people think different things.
Yep.
For example, I know none of these answers.
Quote number 7. There's nothing worse than angry girls.
That sounds like an Alec. That sounds like what Alec would say, but it's probably not. But Alec.
No, it's Reed.
Okay.
Quote number 8. This is what I've been dreaming about for 30 days.
Alec looking down at. I'm just kidding. Whenever Alec was watching Jacqueline sleep. Let's see. This is what I've been dreaming about for 30 days. That would be Natalie talking about getting rid of John.
No. It would be
No, of course
Jacqueline talking about spaghetti and meatballs when she went on
Yeah,
that
it would
reward.
be.
Quote number
Oh.
9. Oh my God, you're killing me right now.
I have no idea. Oh my gosh, you're killing me right now would be Natalie.
No, it was Reed to Keith after Tribal.
Okay. This is
Quote number
hard.
10. It's been a while since did you get to watch it twice?
Uh,
Probably not,
Oh,
because
no.
that's 2 hours.
Oh.
Number 10. Our Fab Five is strong.
You know what this Miko's challenge is doing? It's ruining our credibility as podcasters. No, all it does is show I do not have a very good memory of specific things. Okay, say that one again.
Our Fab Five is strong.
Oh, I have no idea, and I don't want to go analyze it like you do, so
Well, it's
I'll
not Keith and
say,
Alec. I'll tell you that much.
yeah, I know that.
Just helping you.
Our Fab Five is strong. We'll say Jacqueline.
No, it's Missy.
Okay.
Okay, question number 1. How many people did Probst mention by name in the previously on segment?
6.
Ding, 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 ding. Exactly.
I totally guessed.
Yes, I could tell.
I didn't even watch the previously on segment.
Oh, I don't think
I didn't because
Actually-
it's a 2-hour episode. I wanted to get to the episode.
I think it was long because they did show voting out Jeremy. All right, second question. How many different colors were the handles of the paddles in episode 11's immunity challenge?
3. Oh, wait. Episode 11's. Okay,
Yes.
hold on.
First, how many different colors were the handles of the paddles in episode 11's immunity challenge?
Okay, not how many different colors were on the handle, but how many different colored handles. Is that what he means?
I think it is. He says how many different colors were the handles of the paddles. So I would
Okay.
say how many colors were the handles? How many different handle colors were there?
Okay, this is what his question says. How many different colors were the handles? That means, based on how he said it, in fact, my first thought was how many colors were on the handles, not how many different colored handles there were. Do you think that's what he means? Because there's just one color on the handle, then that would be right. But I think he might have just miswritten it. Ha ha! Sorry.
The question says.
Okay, well then I'm going to answer it based on the question, and each handle had one color on it.
Okay, that's wrong. The choices are 1, 2, and 8.
Well, what's okay? I guess 2 then.
2 would be right. Some were black and some were white.
Okay, well then I answered the question the way he asked it, not the way.
Oh,
See,
I got
I
you. I got
asked you
you.
what you thought he meant, and you didn't, and you told me, and you just said the question again.
I took the question to mean how many different color handles were on the paddles,
But that's not what he said.
but you took it to mean how many colors were the handles on each paddle.
Right.
And you would have been right that they were a solid color, either black or white. So I
How
understand.
many?
So
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think you
How
should.
many colors were the cars? Well,
I understand that.
the cars were all white, or there were all white cars, or
There were
black,
5
white.
different colors, but there were only one color.
Right.
Themselves,
He
right.
didn't say
I
how many
gotcha.
different colored handles were there.
Okay.
Now, granted, that question could be interpreted either way, but when I first heard it, I thought it one way, and so that's how I answered it.
Okay.
And I'll let Miko decide what he wants to
And your final question: fill in the blanks in the following sentences. I'll read them both. To the treasure you crave, blank. So enjoy a stroll along, blank.
To the treasure you crave,
blank. So enjoy a stroll along the blank.
Well, the blank is the beach. I'm either right or wrong. Am I right or wrong?
Wrong.
Okay. What was it?
The coast.
The coast.
Okay, so to the treasure you crave, blank. So enjoy a stroll along the coast. To the the most, right.
Yeah, that helped because you actually gave me the other answer, or I would have never gotten that. So I probably shouldn't get credit for that.
Well, you should. Well, I gave up on the other one, and you told me I was close when I said the direction.
All right. Well, that was Miko's challenge.
Oh, that wears you out.
I know it really does. I'm enjoying it, but I'm going to be glad when it's over, and I don't think I want to do it next season. No offense, but and in all honesty, I completely understand how you meant the question. I can understand how you meant it that way. I just took it literally, or the way I first heard it. So, and then David didn't help me understand the way you meant it.
I didn't realize how you were saying it or how you were thinking it until after.
Right. Which just goes to show you that I heard it one way and you heard it another way. And Miko wrote it one way, which was your way, unfortunately for me. So, all right, man. Well, hey, people hung around during that.
We sure know how to stretch feedback, don't we?
Yeah. Woo. Woo. All right, man. Well, that is our listener feedback show. Let's see, a week from tonight, it's Sunday night here, is our 200th episode. We have a couple of guests coming on. So far, we have 2. We have asked more. We have been turned down by several, but we are hoping to get more. All we're going to do is we're going to get them on the show and talk about the finale, because the finale will be the next week. And so we will not have a listener feedback show next week. If you want to send in listener feedback, that's fine. We'll put it on Facebook, and we can talk about it in the Facebook group. But we will not what?
No, I was going to agree. Put it on Facebook.
But we will not be doing a listener feedback show for episode 13. Instead, we will be doing our 200th episode. Now, if you want to write in and say happy 200th, then that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so that's next week, next Sunday night, live at 10 o'clock, unless we change it, depending on who can come and what time they can be on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So, but right now we have 2 guests lined up, and hopefully we'll have more. Be a fun show. And, do we have Steve on again? He was so good last week. We probably ought to have him on again anyway.
Yeah, he'd probably be offended if we didn't.
We'll talk about that. Offended? Really? That the little show D&D didn't ask the People magazine editor to be on our show? I don't think he'd be offended at all.
No.
All right, David, any closing thoughts? Any last thoughts you had on the episode that you want to share with our listening public?
Well, I have to now pick a new winner in our fun office pools. I'm probably going to pick Keith because I still think he's got a shot at winning.
Oh.
And I'm putting my points on Natalie this week. So
who did it? I haven't looked at fun office pools since week 1. What?
Who was your pick? Was it Josh?
I think my pick
or
was
Jeremy?
Nadia or something. I don't remember.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really don't remember. I
You don't
don't
want to go
like.
there now.
I just don't even do fun office pools anymore. So it's okay. Hey, I liked it at one time, and now I like the other thing.
We got so many things going on between Andy's and ours, and
Oh, I know. There's just so many things. But hey, we keep it going because we know some of y'all like it, and so we keep it going.
yep,
So, all right. And who's ahead in the fun office pools, David? Do you happen to know? Is it Mike?
probably. I'll
Yeah.
post it probably tomorrow on Facebook.
All right. All right, y'all. You can follow us on Twitter at Survivor_talk. Don't forget to shop Amazon. We really appreciate it using our link. Join our Facebook group. We're almost at 500. Facebook.com/groups/Survivor Talk. You can also like our Facebook page. It is not the same as our Facebook group.
Mm-hmm.
I basically just put up this video on the Facebook page. And so there you go. Music for tonight's show is Summit by Skrillex. And David and I might get a parody written. We were collaborating on one, and then he cleaned house all day, and I went shopping all day yesterday. And so we did not finish it.
Actually, I didn't clean it. We decorated.
Oh, wow. It took you that long to decorate?
It should. Well, it's a long story. Anyway.
Oh, that kind of decorating.
Not for the podcast.
The kids were gone, and y'all decorated the house. I get it. Uh-huh.
Anyway.
Every room got decorated. All right. So here we go. I'm done. Thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for you who watched and chatted live with us on our webpage, stwdd.com/live. It was awesome. And that's all I got. How about you, Dave?
I'm good.
All right. See you, everybody.
See ya.